Toolboxer, 10 is the total amount of deaths in the DLC only. In the base game, to make this character where it is, I died about 40-ish times. I need to get up there, but I have no idea how to get up there. There's got to be a way. There's no hidden walls. Maybe up there? Is there a ladder over here? You can drop down on the other side. Oh, let's go down here. Let's see. I don't think we've been down here yet. Oh, no, we definitely haven't. Somebody, no, multiple people died down here. Why did all you die? Oh, that's why. Ew. Okay. Oh, good. It didn't kill them. That's great. Okay. Yeah, they're very tanky. Do I have a video of me killing Bale? I do. It's all on my YouTube. This entire playthrough is on my YouTube. We actually one-shot Bale. I was pretty happy about that. Rude. Okay. Which part has the Bale kill? Hey, Hallam. How are you? I don't remember which one. We did them pretty recently, though. Yeah. Oh, episode 45, Suzu says. Hey, you know what, Suzu? Do you want to do me a big favor? After all the three major bosses we've done so far, Dancing Lion, Relana, and Bale. Could you pop in parentheses after each one of those the episode number we kill those in the boss's command? That would be awesome. And that way, if anyone's like, when did you kill him? We can just be like, look in the boss's command. That'd be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. So these are both the same area that we can drop down into, which means we're still missing a way up. We need to go up there. That way, and then over there through the door on that side. So we're missing an area. Let's see. Looking for ladders, looking for drop downs. Probably keep hitting the shackle. Hops, I meant I first tried Bale. Yes. If you say you one-shot an enemy, that generally means you take one attempt on them. Yes. It does not mean you hit them one time and they die. Jay-Z, we'll get there. We're just going to take our time. We'll get there. Oh. What? Wait, didn't we run through here before? Okay. So getting up to where those eyes are flying across, I think, is how we need to do this, but I don't really know how to get up there. Yeah, there's no way. Okay, do we have to keep going up? Maybe there's like an entire second part of this dungeon that we have to drop into or get to earlier in the dungeon. And then we take that all the way down. Whoa. Do not be hitching near holes, please. No. I think there may have been a ladder in an alcove in the room with the falling spike ceiling. Cool. We will check that out. Thank you. So that's definitely back up here. Oh, whoops. I'm new here. Well, hi. Welcome to you. Behind the drop-down ladder, it seems there was a switch. Okay, we have to go back and look at that. What Pathfinder game are we playing tonight? Wrath of the Righteous. Wait, when did Cohh start wearing glasses? A few days ago. Okay, so where are we going from here? Let's see. We're getting eaten through. Can we drop down anywhere? I mean, maybe? We're going to try running across here. I think this just got us to this ladder, which was just another way for us to get to where we were. Yeah. Darn it. So maybe we need to do something in here. Are there any ladders or anything over here? No. Okay. Ow. Any plans to bring back some of the old shirt designs from years ago? Maybe down the road. No plans right now. Oh, shoot. Man, this is tough. If that bar maxes out, we just die. Thanks, Suzu. Perfect. Why, thanks, Bach. I appreciate that, dude. Also, I love your name. Bach Nasty is kind of great. Let's go over here. Okay, so another item. That's good, but... Still haven't found where I'm trying to go. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Okay, so I could run this. So what do you think, chat? What do you think? I need to figure out how to get to that. There's like a whole second region past the next elevator we haven't been to. Maybe if you took off your pothead, you could figure it out. Okay, that's rude. I mean, not wrong, but okay. I think breakfast was tasty. Thanks for asking. Just jump and pray. All right. There are cutout holes in the sides of the big spike blocks you can run into. Yes, but I checked all those for hidden doors and areas forward. Hi, Celinda. The room with the bridge over the void has a drop down. Really? All right, hold up. Maybe we missed that. There's a drop down where the cruising eye patrols as well. Okay. Is it this one? Can we drop down there? Have we been there? Maybe not. Yeah, let's try dropping down right to there. Mad Minon says, I just checked. Cohh always had glasses. That's not possible. It's the first time I've seen him with glasses. This is an alternate universe. No, I've worn glasses since I was 13. I think the alternate universe was the drug-induced frenzy you've been in for the past 4 years. By the way, welcome back to reality. Nice to see you. Hello. Okay, let's go ahead and hit this. Boop. And we're going to try dropping down here. This is where we were before. But can we drop down again? Oh, God. Oh, no. What eyes were tagging me? I don't even know what eyes were tagging me there. Y'all, this dungeon gonna get me killed. Aw. Okay. So, it's very clear we need to come into this area a bit more hard. Let's go up here real quick. I'm trying to think, like, You have Bestial Constitution. It's a faith spell that releases Death Build Blight. So I'm going up to actually get another spell, but I don't think it's called Bestial Constitution. I think it's called I think it's called Golden Order or something. I don't remember the exact name, but the worst part is I'm 90% certain I was right next to whatever I needed. Now I'm having to run my ass all the way back. I'm pretty sure I was right next to like the ladder or lever I needed. Palace of Doubt, I have addressed the issues with a larger streamer in public that has had some issues occur recently, and I'm not talking about it anymore. Hope you understand. Let's do Memorize Spell. I'm going to take that off for now, and we're going to add in you. Order Healing. Okay. And actually, while we're here, let's go take a look at this lightning axe. You got to go where you sniped the mage with the hammer. So where we sniped the mage with the hammer, there was a ladder down that went to an area, and we explored all of that. That was it. Like what was there that we missed? I didn't see any ladders up. I didn't see any drop downs. Both the drop downs went to the same lower area that the ladder went down to. Closer to the boss room, jump off bridge. Only thing you're missing from here. Okay. Okay. Huh. It looked like I was missing a lot more than that, but we'll go check. We will go check. Did I beat Mesmer? I have not beaten Mesmer. I have not beaten other people that I'm not gonna guess. Yeah, the last main boss we beat was Relana. Yep. I just killed the dancing lion on my second try with Scattertree +4 and on my no summoning second playthrough with a strength arcane build. So it does seem easier, but I think I might have been +2 my first time fighting him. Cool. Great. All right, so we need to do this first. Great. All right, man. Let's take a look. Oh. The faith scaling never goes up. And it's somber, which means I don't think we change the axe. Bum bum ba bum bum. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Yeah, I mean, look at the damage. The damage there is what? Let's say 400-ish and 250-ish compared to 460th. Yeah, like that's not even comparison. It's not even a comparison. Oh, put on the new lightning spear. Yeah, we'll check that out. Is the range longer in the new lightning spear? Lightning damage probably scales with faith though. No, most lightning damage scales with dex. Funny enough, even and fire damage by default actually scales by strength. The only reason that this hammer is scaling with faith over strength is because I put a flame art ash on it. Flame art is faith. Flame or fire is strength. So lightning is dex, but there is, as far as I understand, there is not a flame art version of lightning. So lightning doesn't have the faith version, where fire has a faith version. So that's how that works. Yep. So unfortunately, there's no real way we're going to be able to make that lightning. The thing I was hoping for is that we were going to upgrade the axe and that faith scaling was going to go up, but unfortunately it didn't. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, reach out, touch faith. And if we can all just agree on that, I think we'd be fine. Okay, let's go back to where we were, and we're gonna do just a quick run through here, super fast. Did you notice any changes regarding the latest patch? We are hitting harder. Yes, we are absolutely, like, if you want to know the effects of the last patch, do I still have that tweet up? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. The most palpable effects of the last patch are, I put up a tweet with my thoughts about it, and this guy Kingsgrave responded with this. Thank you. I think it's from Reddit. But this is essentially what they did in the last patch. And what they did was the blue line indicates the scaling of Scattertree fragments pre-patch. The orange line indicates the new Scattertree fragment progression. So what they did was until about there, if you see right up there, right around between 12 and 13, they flattened the line. So you do not get as much power between 12 and 20, but you get palpably more power at the low end. So what they essentially did was they went to players and they said, look, we understand your feedback that you think the DLC is too hard. We want you to use the Scattertree fragment mechanic. Most of the people playing are not using this mechanic and then saying the game is too hard. So what we're going to do is we're going to patch this mechanic to make it so it's much more viable at the beginning while still being rewarding for those that want to do it. So basically what they did was they adjusted a mechanic to say, we want to encourage players to play the game differently to have a better time with the game. And I really like that. I think that this approach is 10 times better than 5 pages of patch notes meticulously nerfing different moves of every boss. And like, this is so much more elegant. Now, I don't think this is finished because arguably I think it's a little overpowered, and I would not be surprised to see that orange line get brought down a little bit, because what's going to happen is this patch went in, it's actually going to encourage people to get the Scattertree fragments that weren't getting them before. And then they're going to go, man, this game's easy. Man, this game's a lot easier when I play it the way they want me to. They need to tone down these nerfs because this game is too easy. That's what's going to be hilarious, is when people that never used to get the Scattertree fragments see this patch and start getting them, and then they're like, man, this is weird. This game is so easy. And Miyazaki is just going to be there like, I tried to tell you! In like 4 interviews, I told you there's a new progression mechanic and it doesn't matter how strong you are coming in and you need to use it. I tried to tell you. Oh my God. I can only imagine. But I will say, like, I love this patch because I feel it's one of those really cool ways where instead of a dev using like an axe, they used a scalpel, and they like specifically did specific things to encourage the players to not make, I mean, yeah, the game's easier, but that patch will change the way many people play. That patch will change people's experience. And that's awesome. Like, that's really, really cool. I dig it. That was a great change. I will say I would have made the buff slightly less.
Drinky time.
I don't think we needed a buff. I just think I think the curve was all they needed. But still, we'll see how it works. It's going to be very interesting. The public reception of this patch is going to be incredibly interesting to see. I'm curious what the crowd that really did feel the game was too hard thinks. We will see. All right, I'm gonna drink my coffee. And thank you. Yeah, Nediane, I really appreciate it. Nediane, if you don't hear from me, assume it's no. So if I ever miss it, assume it's no. I appreciate it. Thank you. Cohh, I think you completely forgot about your new lightning spell. I did, completely. I have a new lightning spell? I'm glad they didn't nerf the bosses. Me too. I'm a little, I mean, they did nerf the bosses. I mean, they nerfed everything. Like literally your global damage and incoming damage has been decreased and altered. So I mean, you can't say they didn't nerf the bosses, but I do think the way they did it was good. And the way they did it was by saying, if you want to be stronger against the bosses, you have to work to get the Scattertree fragments. Like, that's what I like. They didn't make it so people could just log in and be more powerful. What they did was said, hey, if you want to be more powerful, you got to do this other mechanic we put in. We just buffed it for you. You have to do this if you want to be more powerful. You have to go and play this game by getting the fragments. if you want to have an easier time. So, like, that's cool. I like it. I'm here for it. Well, again, it's not the only thing I'll really give to people that there are people that hate the scatter tree system. And that's okay. Like, that's a different discussion. There are definitely people who are being very public about the fact that they're like, I don't like the fact that I can't just kill all the bosses in my Souls game. I don't like that. And that's understandable. I feel that. It makes me wonder, like, maybe a game like Elden Ring needs some kind of boss rush mode for those players. Because a lot of people just play these games for the big set piece epic boss fights. And that's okay. We can't tell someone how to have fun. You know, if they want to do that, that's fine. So I do wonder if, like, maybe Elden Ring has outgrown its traditional Souls-like roots so much that maybe a game mode for people that like the more traditional style of Souls is something they should consider. Maybe it's a DLC or something. Like, imagine a DLC where you go and meditate in front of an altar, and as you're meditating, you get to pick a bunch of bosses in a row. And depending on how many bosses you pick, if you can beat them all in a row, you get, like, a better reward. Like, that could be a whole DLC. Like, an entire, like, challenge boss mode DLC that could fit into the lore. And I'm sure the people that are complaining now about the scatter tree fragments would be like, gimme. Yes, perfect. Like, I don't want to do anything but fight big bosses and have really hard, tough time doing it. Cool. That's a totally valid way to play these games. Roguelike Souls? There already are some roguelike Souls games, actually. None of them really, like, super picked up, but there were some interesting ideas that didn't really get fully realized, I feel. Oh yeah, they can also just mod this game. Absolutely. This game is moddable. I've never modded it, but I understand it's pretty moddable. I risked the biscuit, chat. My issue with fragments is how obscure some of them are to find. It would have made more sense to require 50 and had, say, 70 to find, like, golden seeds. Yeah, I think that's great feedback, especially considering how important they are. Ocean Jordan said this game is dead. Yes. We're literally in the Shadow Realm. Everything here is dead. Everything. There's graveyards everywhere. Like, that guy's clearly good at this game. He understands. He gets it. What do you think of the new Flintlock game that they're calling a Souls Light? I have no idea what that term means in that context. I'd have to look into it. I've never played it. Sounds like a marketing term at first glance. Wait, I did it again. Did I just... I feel like I'm somehow throwing the hammer with only one spin, but I don't know how I'm doing it. I thought it was after a dodge, but... It's a running heavy attack? Yo! Oh, that's cool. It's the running, not the dodge. Okay. I wonder how much damage that does comparably with the spin. Interesting. So, Souls Light is like Nioh, where it's not exactly Souls-like. I would call Nioh Souls adjacent, not Souls Light. It's not doing anything less than a Souls game. It's doing things differently than a Souls game. So, like, the thing about Souls Light, the whole point of Rogue Light to Rogue Like is that it is a lighter version. It is an easier version. So, like, when you say Souls Light, if you're going from, like, the history of the term, you're saying that that's an easier Souls-like. So Nioh is not an easier Souls-like by any means or stretch of the imagination. If anything, I find it in many ways significantly more difficult. So yeah, I wouldn't use that term for it. But you know, at this point, we're just arguing semantics for fun. So, you know, just take that for what it is. we're just arguing to argue at this point. Just fun to talk about game stuff and game terms. Okay, let's kill these 3 guys, and then I think we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna go up and across. Actually, I don't even need to go. I mean, we got all the loot over there. There's nothing there. Nioh was way more math. Nioh is way more action. Souls-like games have action, but not nearly to the degree of Nioh. Nioh is combos, is changing stances mid-combo, is key pulsing. Like, it is an entirely different beast. Entirely different. And it feels different. They don't play anything the same. They kind of, the meta progression is kind of the same, right? You know, you're getting souls, you're leveling your character, you're moving through levels in a similar perspective, but once you get into the actual gameplay, they're wildly different. It's like Devil May Cry almost in some ways. Oh, I love Nioh. Nioh's one of my favorite games. Nioh 2 specifically. Nioh 2 is an amazing game. Like, I've played that game 3 times, and I'm looking forward to playing it again someday. The game is freaking badass. One of the coolest itemization systems. Very complex, but like the amount you could do with it was crazy. Nioh 1 was okay, but the thing about Nioh 1 is Nioh 1 was trying a lot of new things, and it didn't really do some of them well. And I feel like Nioh 2 really found its stride. Nioh 2 took a lot of the systems of Nioh 1 and like refined them into something that had a real voice and fingerprint, which I thought was really cool. That's one of the reasons I liked it so much. They really stuck to their guns and just like developed what they had better instead of just looking at other games and be like, what can we pull into our game? They were like, no, we're going to stick with what we did and we're just going to make it better. Took a lot more math and a lot more balancing probably, but definitely ended up beautifully. And to this day, one of my favorite games. Pull this back a little bit. Yeah, funny enough, Nioh 3, there's not really a Nioh 3 because they're not going to make any more Niohs, they've announced. But Nioh 3 is actually this game called Rise of the Ronin, in a lot of ways, spiritually. And I was absolutely loving that game before Stellar Blade lured me over with its assets. But I need to go back and play Rise of the Ronin. We basically fully cleared the entire starting area, and I need to go back and play more of that game. Game is awesome. I felt bad, like nobody played Rise of the Ronin. I was the only streamer that played Rise of the Ronin. And a couple others played it for like a couple hours and gave up. But as a Nioh fan, it definitely, it's disheartening to see how poorly Rise of the Ronin did. I was really hoping for that to kind of reinvigorate that whole thing. But Ella finished it? Yeah, well, we can count on Ella to play those games. One of the only ones. Ella always has great game selection. That's what I like about his channel. Moist Critical played it too? Hell yeah. Another good one. I like it.